So while I was working on my upcoming video on the whole situation that Omi and the Hellcat's in, a bunch of you guys started sending Trisha Paytas' recent TikToks here. So I thought, okay, let's make a quick video here as it's highly requested and see what's going on here. I know Trisha Paytas is known for being an internet weirdo, but still, that doesn't justify what happened to her here. I don't believe this should happen to anyone in the public eye because it's just a gross thing to do to someone, but hey, it's a lot to ask for because we live on planet Earth and there's always going to be people who are not really great, to say the least. But in short, it seems like Trisha was sitting in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant about to film one of those eating vlogs or a mukbang or whatever they're called, when some dude in his 50s suddenly pulled up and started knocking on Trisha's car glass, asking if she can talk to his daughter that he has on FaceTime there, which is an awkward thing to do, to say the least. But I feel like if you're knocking on someone's car glass, asking them to do something for you like they're some zoo animal, I don't think they're gonna want to do a favor for you. But hey, let's see the footage of this.
Hey TikTok, what's up? So I have recently lost 25 pounds. I can't, I don't want to.
Can we have a moment of silence for how down bad this man has to be standing outside of Trisha Paytas' car wanting her to talk to his kids? Out of all things, that's the lousiest attempt to get a #1 dad coffee cup.
There's you. This guy just... Seriously, if you come knocking on my door, like, it's so creepy, and then demand that I talk to your kids. It is a man on a phone saying, roll down your window, roll down your window. I won't do it. I won't do it. It's not right. It's not cool. You're not cool. He's filming me as I'm driving away. I am in my own personal space. Like, please. Like, he's literally following me.
Yeah, I mean, going up to someone's window and knocking on it, that is a weird thing to do, but it's not like totally unacceptable. But when they clearly don't want to talk and just wants to get away and she starts backing up and leaving, it's really weird that he keeps filming and laughing about it and keeps following the car. That's the point where I'd call that guy a creep, but there's more.
When I tell you I am shaking, I am shaking. I need to explain what's going on, and I'm like terrified right now because this dude knows my car and actually knows no boundaries. Like I'm like shaking. So like, again, people come up to me, okay, whatever. And I've always said, like, if I'm in my car, like, okay, but I'm by myself in the car. And this guy's just like, I have my camera like this at all times when I'm in my car. I see him like coming up or whatever. There's a grown ass dude. This guy's like 50 years old, like just like already has a camera. Just this is, I see him. He's telling me to like roll down the window. And immediately I'm just like, I'm trying to get my shoes on. I'm trying to get my chair forward. I was like eating. I was like, and he's just like, roll down your window, say hi to my kids. I don't know if his kids are on the phone. I don't know if he just like got some video of children. I don't know what is happening. I just know I need to get out of this. And he's recording me and mocking me all the way as I'm leaving. And I think I'm like leaving, but then on the freeway, like, I don't know if it was him or whatever, but someone else comes behind me and I'm pretty sure it's him and just being like, oh, you're too good. You're too good. And now I'm like scared to go home because this dude knows my car. He's in my area. If your dad was at an Arby's parking lot in Thousand Oaks at 3 p.m., your dad is a piece of crossing huge boundaries, and it's
First of all, the main red flag here is Arby's. Who goes to Arby's? Arby's is like one of those places where I have no idea why they have the empire they have today, because I don't know a soul that goes to Arby's. Like, I'm pretty sure they even bought Dunkin' Donuts off the public stock market not so long ago, which is a pretty big flex for a restaurant chain that I've never heard of anyone going to. But in regards to the guy who's harassing Trisha, I would put it right up the alley of like a Kevin Wong or any of these other paparazzi guys who basically just stalk influencers for a living. In this case though, it's a little bit weirder because he's not really doing it for a profit. He's just doing it for the sake of his daughter. But I feel like that's just an awkward thing. Like, I don't think his daughter would want him to do that. You would hope, because you would think that's pretty freaking weird. But especially if he started following her on the motorway, that's really weird, man. Especially if it's just for talking to your daughter on FaceTime. Like, again, this is some stuff that you would expect to see from like Kevin Wong or like the Hollywood influencer or one of these like paparazzi stuff. Not from some weird dad wanting said celebrity to talk to his daughter on FaceTime. But I would say it would have been acceptable if he was on one of those motorized coolers. I mean, that would just be hilarious. Imagine being chased by some dad in his 50s on a motorized cooler. And that would actually work in LA traffic because because, I mean, LA traffic moves at about a mile per hour. So one of those motorized coolers could easily keep up with Trisha Paytas. And in California, I'm pretty sure you can lane split. So that dude could have been lane splitting on a motorized cooler, just harassing Trisha Paytas and her Rolls-Royce SUV. I mean, that's a pretty funny thought. That's a funny animated parody to make. If someone wants to make a funny animated parody on that, that would be funny. But going off the tangent, I mean, we just kind of have to take Trisha Paytas' word for him following her on the motorway. And that's reliable because she's never made up anything before. So I'm taking all this with a pinch of salt, but here's your last video on it.
Hey guys, so I'm home now and I just wanted to like clarify some things. So it's not about him asking me to FaceTime his kids. It was a couple things. One, he was banging on my car door from around. I saw him coming around. And then that's when I stopped the TikTok and he's like, and when I say banging, like knocking on my windows all the way from the back. I just immediately was like, no, I'm filming right now because I had my main camera up there. I was like, no, I don't want to. And that's when you heard me, I started turning it on because I said, no, I don't want to. That's when he started like mocking me and being like, oh, she won't roll down the window. Oh, she's backing up. Like that kind of stuff happened. Just kept filming me and all of that stuff. If I'm out and about, like I will always say hi to people. Usually I'm with Moses and I feel safe. And if I'm alone, I get a little caught off guard, but I'm always like nice and I can usually assess the situation. This was a grown man, not the usual people that come up to me with supposed kids on his phone. It's inside my car. It's like being in my home.
Yeah, it's just weird in general. Like, no matter the person, like, this behavior should never be encouraged. If anything, you would think that she would pass for that exemption to have, like, tinted windows or more tint than the legal limit. I know some people get that exemption. But she was talking about, like, how she's worried that this guy knows of her car or knows what car she has. But that's, like, all over the internet. Hasn't that car been in multiple of her videos and in H3's videos? Like, if you don't want attention, you shouldn't really be driving a chandelier on 4 wheels, which is the Rolls-Royce SUV. I mean, it's a beautiful car, probably an amazing car to drive, but it definitely gives you the attention, especially if it is like Trisha Paytas' other cars, which are hot pink normally. No! My microphone died. Is it filming audio here? Oh, all right. We're going off this audio. But if you want my take on the situation, stalking bad, don't be a creep. Doesn't matter if it's Trisha Paytas or Jake from State Farm. Let's not be creepy to each other. But if you'll excuse me, I have another video to make and I have 2 microphones to fix because 2 microphones did not work on me today while I was recording this video. So we're now recording off the microphone off the camera. I am the least professional million sub YouTube channel. But other than that, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. And normally everything's not breaking, only sometimes. But it would be awesome if you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.